Margaret Margie McKean was a city girl from California who met a young rancher while attending college in Fresno, California. The happy couple got married and returned to his family's ranch in the wilds of New Mexico. Margie had a lot to learn about cattle, horses, and managing the range. It was a new education full of jargon, experiences, and ups and downs of the typical ranch life. But not only did she fall in love with the rancher, she fell in love with ranch life. Over time, many area ranchers went out of business, and ranching families moved to town. Area children became less and less familiar with the process of beef production and lacked an appreciation for the work of the few remaining ranches. In an effort to preserve the heritage, Margie started making visits to classrooms to remind children how ranchers care for their animals and the land. In 1993, Margie began visiting a local school. She started these ag visits beginning on National Ag Day and continued doing weekly visits through Earth Day. During each school visit, Margie would conduct an agriculture lesson, often the type available through Ag in the Classroom resources. The final visit on Earth Day culminated with an Agriculture Day event, usually involving animals outside the gym and 10 indoor stations that help students see the importance of agriculture. Margie began asking local agricultural organizations to participate and helped illustrate the vast breadth and scope of agriculture. This tradition continued for 5 years. In 1998, Margie reinvented her program again by opening the gates to their ranch. They created the McKean Ranch Days, which has become New Mexico's largest and longest-running agricultural event on a working ranch. This event, held over 2 days, typically has 100% participation of schools in the county, as well as schools coming from a 200-mile radius from 7 surrounding counties in New Mexico and Arizona. There is a real chuck wagon crew that makes biscuits, but participants have to make their own butter at the dairy station or the beekeeper station for honey. Area FFA students lead participants to each presentation area. Southwest dairy farmers bring a real dairy cow to milk, and participants get to practice archery and learn about ATV safety. The USDA Research Center out of New Mexico State University brings in a cannulated cow and a microscope. This allows students to put on a large glove, reach inside the cow to pull out the ruminant, and explore the protozoa under a microscope. After all the participants and volunteers are fed a home-cooked meal, there is always great lunchtime entertainment that often includes a country western band and dance lessons. Then all the participants head to the corral for the live branding. Each step of the branding process is demonstrated. Cattle are even castrated and dehorned. The McKean Ranch Days is celebrating its 20th year in 2018. More importantly, the McKeans have been an inspiration for others to start Ag Day events in their own communities. The true impact that Margie McKean has had over the last 56 years is too immense to calculate. Her impact will be felt for generations. Margie McKean is the truest Ag advocate. Margaret Margie McKean, 2018 Agriculture Advocate Award recipient.